Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Papses in the Spinroom. Happy New Year. And this year, just like every other year and week, I'm joined by Blaze the Paps here. How are we doing, Paps?
We're doing quite good. I think we can spill some tea. We are recording this episode for a second time but there is a valid reason for it. The reason is we were so good, we've decided we want to do it again.
Yes.
We're like, it's not about us being selfish. It's about us just appreciating our work and hope you appreciate it too, because this is the second episode this year.
Yes.
And Paps, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I mean, let's spill some more tea.
Okay.
The reason why we had to record
tsunami.
multiple times is the first one I got really angry. And had a bit of a breakdown.
And he basically he vandalized, he demolished the studio.
Yes. The second one, you started crying.
Well, I'm sensitive. Sue me. Okay.
And so this time we took some Ambien. We are not going to be over emotional. And I think we're just going to get through it.
Well, I'm going to hold my tears. Okay. I was thinking I can be myself, but
Man up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the life we live in. Okay. And then what we were talking through today?
Oh, we're going straight to it. Enough shenanigans. Back to business.
Well, okay. How was your week, mate?
Oh, it was great. I had a great week.
What did you do? What is the highlight? One highlight, please.
One highlight of the week, I guess it is how we all went to a gathering. We did. And it was, I was told at least that it was Miami Vice themed. So I show up with my silver suit, t-shirt, chains, big hat, fake mustache.
Yeah, I was waiting for a fake mustache. That was a highlight.
And I show up and everyone's in sort of black ties and dressed up all classy. So I definitely stood out there. Thank you for that.
Well, there is a misconception of yours that I suggested Miami Vice because I think someone else did it. I came completely undressed because I was neither Miami Vice nor the smart one. I just had pearls, and that's the only way.
Just Paps.
I was just dressed as Paps. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. And your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week was that I came up with my first resolution. New Year's resolution, which was coming back to playing more often. And I was playing last week on Thursday.
You were?
Yeah,
you were playing at my bar, yeah.
Yeah, in one of the hottest venues on the size of a Mississippi River, my friend.
Oh, always hot here at Bozo's Bar.
Always hot is Bozo Bar and Bozo Bash monthly events. I was playing. It was a kind of a roller coaster of technical nightmare, but then the catharsis when the good drop came.
Yeah, there's some bangers.
There were some bangers. I've been a bit rusty, but hey, it's about it's about pushing those comfort zones, and as more you're gonna play, as less rusty you will feel.
Exactly. And you only prepped the night before.
Yeah. It was literally no practice in the playlist, so it was a fun night, and yeah, that's it.
There we go. Well, it was a banger, and yeah. I mean, Blaze will be playing at soon, I hope.
Well, he also hopes.
Yeah.
And it's also, I just want to say that was actually, it wasn't me, actually. It was my twin brother, the Babushka boy.
Oh, yes. We love Babushka boy.
Yeah, he was, we were separated for a long time, but now he has been found. So.
This alter ego.
Yeah, he looks like Paps.
Yeah.
He sometimes sounds like Paps.
But it's not Paps.
But it's not Paps.
Okay.
There are only two Papses. Okay, that's it. Since we trying to stick to our time frames, what is the preview, my friend?
So what we're going to talk about this week. So we have one story which is split into two, which I have named Lads on Tour, Switzerland edition. The part one will be, is the grass always greener or icier? In regards to something that happened in Davos. And the part two of the Lads on Tour Switzerland edition is people are bored of peace. Wonder what that's about. Following that, we will be moving to the United States, where we will be talking about, the headline is Cold as Ice and Pretty Awful, the Minnesota shooting. Then we're going to talk about, moving on to China, where we're going to talk about leaks of PG and nuclear plans. To finally finish back in the UK, where we're going to talk about Burn Baby Burnham.
Okay, so we're actually bouncing. We're going between different countries. Okay, different weight of the news. All of them pretty dramatic.
Yes,
I wouldn't say that that any of them is like completely shocking, because all of them are already kind of repetitions of what was happening, just in a different form.
I guess,
like the Davos is a annual
thing.
Yeah, the ice crossing the line is already every Monday tradition.
Yeah.
And there's some inconsistencies within the highest ranks officers in Chinese government also happen over the last 6 months. So,
and Keir Starmer is always a dick to his MPs. So.
That's a year of consistencies. Okay, I'm gonna kick off with the first one. How about that?
Go for it.
So the Independent says Trump appears to confuse Greenland with Iceland in speech on taking territory.
And CNN has the headline, Europe is learning that a deal with Trump on Greenland doesn't exist.
So I just want to refer to my headline. My headline says that he confuses Greenland with Iceland. And I think right now I'm starting suspecting that maybe when he was talking about including Canada to US, maybe he just didn't know that it's not the case. Maybe he thought they are already one of the states.
Maybe. Like when, I guess the joke, the 51st state. And I said, he genuinely thinks that it's the 51st state.
Yeah.
It's, I can just imagine this Icelandic delegation at Davos just sweating like, fuck, is it us next? Oh, God.
I think this is just the proof that Trump says a lot of things. 50% of them are happening. The another 50%, because he is the ruler of the biggest country, it's just being shoved under the carpet, so he's avoiding a personal embarrassment.
Do you want to? The funniest thing was the press secretary of the White House who was defending Trump's confusion. He said, well, of course he'd confuse it. They share a border. Bear in mind, they're both islands.
So maybe she just get a good paycheck for taking the biggest idiot of the year title on her shoulders.
I guess, and it's only January. I'm sure there's going to be other gaps like this.
Yeah, I can't wait for what the rest of the year will bring. But in essence, jokes aside, it looks like Greenland deal is actually over. The Greenland topic is over, because the deal really didn't bring anything. Because it's very simple like that. If Trump is saying, because that's what he said, that US ended up with something better than they had before, much better than they had before in terms of a deal, but he's not saying the details, it means that it's Fugazi.
I don't know. This whole saga was a lot. We never had really the opportunity to talk about it because this is sort of our first episode of the year. And I guess this whole story started just after Venezuela, which was on the 3rd of January. But basically, Trump has cut most ties with NATO now because he's threatened to invade another NATO country, Greenland, which is part of the Kingdom of Denmark. And if after all this, the deal he gets is the deal he had all along, what was it all for?
Well, I think, I want to say that he's just talking and then see what happens, and he's not doing politics. But on the other hand, one could say that he's testing the ground. He's showing that he can say whatever you want and do whatever he wants, and he's gonna get away with it without any repercussions. Because we have to see that even though, because the invading NATO country, again, you were referring to Canada being first, right? Are there real consequences from Canada towards US?
We're gonna talk about Mark Carney later on.
Diplomatically, I get it.
Yeah,
but money in a bank. People on the street. Is it real? Because I don't think Denmark going to be going far with this. I think Denmark will rather sell it as a as a current government talent of tackling diplomacy issues rather than slamming Trump. I don't think anyone in Europe will publicly slam Trump.
I mean, especially after this whole Greenland saga finished, he went on Fox News and he went on one of his rants where he said, NATO never has our backs. Even when it came to Iraq, the NATO allies were like they weren't on the front line. They were like way at the back. Everyone got so upset about it. But even Keir Starmer spoke out about it, saying Trump is wrong because people died. And especially when it came to Greenland, there were more deaths per capita of soldiers in Iraq than any other countries. So everyone's really pissed off about it. I know when it came to Canada, Mark Carney is starting making deals with China because, Trump slapped so many tariffs on him. They're forced to go elsewhere. So I'm not sure if he bought a bunch of electric cars from China or dropped the tariffs on these electric cars, but people are doing business elsewhere. I guess this is what America first is.
Interesting. Well, we'll see how it's going to go, but we know that Greenland is safe. That's what's important.
For now.
And the end of NATO is not as close as we were afraid that it might be.
For now.
The next news is the Lads on Tour Switzerland edition part 2. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be talking about the Board of Peace, or quite opposite. So The Guardian says, Mark Carney tells Davos the old world order is not coming back as Trump heads to Switzerland.
And Bloomberg has the headline, Trump wants nations to pay $1 billion to stay on peace board.
So who paid so far? Because I've seen the interview with the international criminal Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
Oh, yes.
And he said, we're going to put $1 billion into the Board of Peace from our frozen...
frozen European assets.
No. Frozen money in US. So US putting the sanction on Russia by freezing their money, which they have in US... But it's okay to spend that money if it's for the World of Peace. So it's like frozen unless you're buying those sweets, which I like. Sour ones. Vegan.
I like it. You know what? I should use that technique. It's like, oh, no, I don't have any cash on me, but I know you stole some from me. So just use that one, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't have any cash on me. Unless we're going for shopping.
Yeah.
If it's about to giving you money back, sorry, I'm a bit skimp.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I mean, and who else is on there? Oh, we have another...
The white pigeon of peace.
Another white pigeon of peace.
Are you choking, my friend? Is that the furball?
No, something down my throat. God damn it, we cannot close. I need to finish this episode, okay? We have, another sort of generally considered criminal, Netanyahu. He's on the Board of Peace. Marco Rubio's on it. Of course, Big Tony T. He's a member for life.
And the guy who kind of put us in a Brexit situation, right?
Farage?
No, Tony Blair.
Oh, our guy Tony. Yes. Tony on there. Yeah. Oh, great. Like, great piece, guys.
Yeah, what a dream team.
Yeah. I mean, and it's so... The fact that people have also rejected offers to join this board piece. The UK has, France has.
Bro, India
has. Like, we love the Indians. But Modi, he's not the best.
He's not the most peaceful guy on the planet. You know what I mean?
He was one of the 3 vetoes of the UN resolution when Russia invaded Ukraine. So, like, if even India doesn't want to be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, India is playing both sides of a table, right? So they are too close to China to kind of go so close with Trump, although Putin did it, but Putin is a different situation. He's in an open war.
He's just happy to be part of a club nowadays.
Yeah, and he cannot fly anywhere anyway. So he's just bored. He's like, okay, I already joined Pokemon Go community.
Yeah,
and then
the Reddit's a bit slow now. Let me join this other forum.
Exactly. I collected all the Pokemons in Russia. I cannot go anywhere else.
There's a Snorlax just in Poland.
So the Board of Peace. Now the question is, does it make sense, right? Is it another organization like BRICS or some what was the other organization? We couldn't find a name on it, even off the record. The one which is which is deciding about the trade, like the laws of international trade.
Yes.
No one even remembers about that. So is the Board of Peace another organization like that, or it's going to be something with the actual impact?
So what it's meant to be is sort of a parallel to the UN. It's meant to be sort of leading the reconstruction of Gaza, as the PowerPoint in Davos showed, the master plan, which has no rings to past plans or solutions. We don't. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a way to make money first of all, because you need to, if you want to stay on the board, you need to pay $1 billion every year or something like that. It's hard to say. I mean, it sounds more like a Sinister Six, Illuminati situation where there's all these guys with reputations trying to shape how they see the world. That's how it can be seen nowadays, but we'll see what actual impact it has.
And just to finish on this topic, what is the logo of it?
Oh, it's the North America in gold.
Nice.
The only border on that map is the Canadian-American border. Which it's interesting.
It is interesting,
to say the least.
It is interesting, and I think Trump is a good contender to get another Nobel Prize from FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe that should have been the logo, the cup he got from FIFA.
Yeah, exactly.
Infantino should be part of the board.
I mean, let's see who else will join if that will be the case. But moving to the next one. Next one is on you, my friend.
That's a sad one.
Yeah, it is.
So Sky News, the normal rules of engagement have been thrown out. Alex Pretty was on his knees when first shot was fired.
And the Fox News says the far left network that helped put Alex Pretty in harm's way then made him a martyr. So two very, very different approaches, as Papses like it.
Exactly. This is what we look for. I mean, the reason why it's so different views of the same story is because at least the Trump administration is saying the guy was armed, he was a terrorist, he was an assassin. That's the latest line.
Assassin dressed as a nurse.
We love that.
Were they shooting movie as well over there?
It's sad. I mean, the guy, he did have a gun. That is true, but he was allowed to carry it. Minnesota law says you can carry a gun during a protest.
As shocking it might be, because most of our listeners are Europeans, it's normal.
That's strangely the normal side of the story. Trump came out with a truth post, tweet, whatever you want to call it, saying, "Oh, only criminals have guns." Which made it interesting because now the NRA and MAGA people are saying, hold up, we like our guns. Why are you saying this?
Yeah.
So it puts it's a very, very complicated, sad situation. The guy he didn't have a weapon, but his weapon was taken off of him. He was pepper sprayed, put on his knees, and then shot 10 times.
10 times?
10 times is the last report.
Wow. So. Wow. I've seen 3 times, but it's obviously it's more and more things is being unrevealed. I mean, like, the problem is that happened again, right? So Mrs. Good, who was killed, a few days before?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
She was also shot. When she was driving away, the car hit the ICE officer, but let's not get misled. Like, she didn't run over him. No. He was just in her way as she was trying to leave. Both of them Americans.
Yeah. Surprisingly white. As well, that also shows the lack of training which ICE gets, because they say that they are
by default, that's their official statement, that they by default suspecting any person of color.
Yeah.
But it's also, we are hearing that they're getting 2 weeks quick training. A lot of them are people who were taking part in January 6th.
Yeah. A lot of them are not even passing the fitness test or the reading test and open book tests.
How can you not pass the reading test?
The open book reading test.
What is it?
So you've got your book with all the answers here. You've got your exam here, and they're still failing.
Okay, nice.
I don't get it. I mean, they're thugs. They're just going and doing what they want because that's what they've been told to do.
Well, so the problem is that they are trying to say that they were defending themselves, but the truth is they disarmed the person who didn't even try to use their a weapon. They shot that person, and now the Minnesota is on the edge of civil war. We can call it, because people are in the street, people fighting, civilians fighting physically with the ICE officers and the police. And in the meantime, the budget of $170 billion for next 4 years has been confirmed
For ICE.
for ICE, which is the same as the budget for whole military forces of Canada, second biggest country in the world. And now I'm asking, how come?
How come? It's because I think it's Stephen Miller and Donald Trump who promised this mass deportation during their campaign. They want to beat Obama's numbers, but they're not able to deliver. It is purely mathematical in the sense of when Obama was deporting, a lot of them were people who just crossed the border, logged, and then kicked out, even though they were in the country for 5 minutes. Because Trump put up his wall, there's not that many crossings, so they're going elsewhere to find these illegals. Whether it started off in the fields, where there's easy cash in hand, they went for, I don't know, Uber drivers or whatever, like people, easy work, cash in hand. But now they're going to Costco and Walmart just outside, stopping anyone.
So it's basically, be careful if you're going to do your groceries because you might get shot.
Yeah, it genuinely is. And
just to picture how easy it is, you can buy a gun, how legal it is to have a gun. You can buy a gun in a previously mentioned Walmart next to oranges, bananas, and flip-flops.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a great holiday. Oranges, flip-flops, and a gun.
And a gun.
That's Florida. That's what.
And you don't need to go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's exotic enough in Walmart. Well, just to give a little bit of a sugar at the end of this very serious and horrible story is that ICE, to prove their efficiency and great recognition of the threat, they removed from the country guy who was involved in the biggest heist in American history for over $100 million. And now he's waving from wherever he has been deported to, saying, thank you. My 100 million safely have been, that was the biggest problem of this heist. Now it's sorted. Thank you, ICE.
Gracias, gringo.
So this is fun. We got to move to the next one, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So Wall Street Journal, who had the exclusive on the story, has the headline, China's top general accused of giving nuclear secrets to US.
Yeah. So this is a quick news, really. This is just to say that it has been detected. It has been detected. It has been found out by the Xi and his comrades in Chinese party that one of the top generals was selling or giving or whatever the deal was there, information about their nuclear potential and plans to American secretaries. So, and I'm just thinking, because it's big if that's the case. Mm-hmm. But the question is, because we've seen before, earlier on, in late 2025, that one of the high generals who has been sentenced for almost death, but ended up with 20 years in prison, sentenced for corruption in Chinese government. And there was a lot of speculations if that was the real thing, or she is just afraid of too powerful figures in the party might kind of threat his position. What do you think? I
think it says more than the story. in the sense that there's potentially maybe discontent at the top of the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. Otherwise, why would a general, because a general obviously has been there for years, give these secrets up? As in, is maybe Xi Jinping being a bit too harsh? Is he being too authoritarian? Are people wanting to break the Communist Party? These are questions I don't have answers to, but it's difficult to say because obviously the reporting in China is very controlled by the government. We don't really know if there is any discontent, but this might be one of those signals.
I mean, like, it's just interesting because the American side didn't give any clear statement on that, right? So basing, just on Chinese relationship, like the relations of what is happening, it might be a bit tricky, as you said. We cannot really believe it for what it is. But, the reasons might be plenty. I believe that it can be logical explanation why he's doing it. I believe, it's we're on the edge of two hegemons kind of competing with each other, and some of them might not like it.
Yeah, and maybe, just maybe, he just did a Robert Jenrick where he just left it at the printers. And someone found them.
I mean, he didn't have his morning coffee. He forgot what his right hand was doing, and then he took the cup with the left hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Left the papers.
Exactly. We don't know. Maybe Xi Jinping has his shopping list, and then he left.
Or maybe it's just simple as that he CC'd not Donald Trump at gmail.com, but Xi Jinping at gmail.com.
Maybe. We just don't know.
You don't know. Sometimes
we're just asking questions here.
Yeah, exactly. If you know the answer, send it to Papses at gmail.com. Well, the last one.
Yes. Burn, baby, burn 'em.
Okay, I would do the first one, but please, it's your voice.
So, GB News has the headline, Desperate Starmer allies suggest Gary Neville should stand as MP to block Andy Burnham return. For our international listeners, Gary Neville's a football player who does commentary on the sports channel.
Nice. And Daily Express says Labour MP explodes at Starmer over total show decision.
When there's like asterisks in headlines, I always think, because it's obviously shit show. But I wonder if, like, I don't know, if it's something else, like...
Oh, because you can do anything.
Exactly.
Right? So if they're gonna be called for swearing in the headlines, they're gonna say what did you read, you perv?
A peep show.
A peep show. So what is happening is, in a nutshell, that one of the most popular politicians in UK has been stopped from being MP. Before I'm gonna let you elaborate on this, because this is your part of the game. Is it not kind of his fault that he was an MP until now? Why he didn't take care of it? It's like me and my citizenship. When I am worried that I'm going to be deported, well, I could get citizenship already years ago,
So he used to be an MP under Gordon Brown. But then he decided to step down as MP and become mayor of Manchester. He's an incredibly popular mayor. He's nicknamed the King of the North. But what's happened here is that because he's so popular, people are thinking, oh, well, if May elections go badly and Keir Starmer resigns, our boy Andy might be the guy to call up. However, he needs to be an MP to become prime minister. So that's why a couple of days ago, he announced, I want to run for MP. I just need to get my vetting done. The vetting is done by the NEC, the National Executive Committee. 3 words that together really make no sense, but there we go. But who's part of this board? Sir Keir Starmer, the Honourable Sir Keir Starmer.
What a coincidence.
I know, right? And the NEC said no. You can't run MP because we don't have that much money and we'd rather use it for other things.
Yeah.
It's purely not. I love you, man, but like
I would love to.
Like I thought, it's that cash.
Exactly. By the way, do you have a fiver to borrow? I'll give you back next week.
Yeah. Everyone's pissed about this. The unions are pissed. Some MPs are pissed. I've actually 50 MPs have saw it on my way in. I have signed a letter to Keir Starmer asking him to reverse his decision. Another U-turn it would be. But it's disappointing. I kind of like Andy Burnham. He's very for leveling up the North.
I mean, like, it is disappointing from his point of view, but from my point of view, it's kind of exciting because Keir Starmer is proving something which scientists didn't even predict that might happen. So you can do your PR even worse. So, and then something which he didn't predict is that very short-sighted vision. Instead of kind of letting him in and then playing him around so he's not a threat, but Keir Starmer coming across as the handy, politician, a good leader, he's not seeing that King of the North might go behind the wall and come back with the Wildings when it's gonna be the new election run.
And I guess something else that scientists did not believe would be possible is that Keir Starmer brought out the pelotas.
Oh, he brought out the pelotas.
And when it comes to party discipline and towards his MPs, the pelotas comes out.
Yeah, I mean, Keir, but you've been okay with stopping grog. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. People were thinking that you actually grew those famous already cocochinos down there. One would call it castañas. But no, they were like sucked back.
What a horrible sound.
Yes, and to the microphone. In an editing process, I'm gonna make it super echoey.
Oh, that's so gross. Okay. Oh dear.
So yeah, this episode is a rise.
Oh damn. Yes. Well, still thinking about that sound. No, it is disappointing, and also because Keir Starmer, I guess he wants to say it's my shit. We don't want to be like the Tory party that changes prime ministers every few years. Let's just keep on going. But if he keeps it on going, the next election will be Farage's election.
Yeah, I mean, like he's clearly thinking about his ass, but not even in a creative way, and that's the worst. I think that's all to be said. We'll see how it's gonna develop. And I think this is a grande finale of this beautiful episode of ours.
Grand finale for this week.
Yes, sir. I'll see you next week. But you're gonna see us in between the recordings because we are starting slowly but surely talking to you midweek through our social media channels. So we're gonna be appearing more on TikTok. We're gonna do more lives. We're gonna be watching you while you're asleep.
Yes, thank you, Paps, for proposing this idea of making us embarrassed in front of cameras still. Thank you. Yeah. But it'd be nice to see you all.
Yeah. The embarrassment has to grow.
Yeah. No cringe at all.
At all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Paps.
Thank you, Paps. And thank you for listening.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.